is our last night at this particular Airbnb, and I realized that I've never done a proper video showing you this one. It's obviously not as cool as the first one that we stayed in, but it's a little cheaper. And so once you walk in, this is where you wash. This is the shower with the tub. And as you can see, there's a laundry basket. And then over here on this side is the washroom. And it feels a lot like the washroom on airplanes, but a little bigger. And then there's a door here that you can separate for when you don't want people knowing you doing your business. And then inside, this is what it looks like. There's a kitchen. And then this one actually had a microwave, our previous one didn't. Then a fridge, then a shelf. And then back over here, this Airbnb can fit 4 people, but I think if all of you have luggages as big as the ones that we have, 2 people is a good number to have. Maybe 3. I probably wouldn't recommend 4 for this one unless you're here for a very short amount of time. And then there's a closet. Oh. And then there's a little TV for you to watch TV in. And then outside, there's a balcony. And so after we washed our clothes, that's where we put it. And then this is our view. Their lock, you actually put a flat piece of metal in here, and then you twist it to lock it. So it's not like a regular key. This is the outside of our Airbnb. At night, it actually looks a lot like a horror movie. Quite terrifying. The elevator is really terrifying too. This, which is so scary at night. Because it's glass and then there's big ass numbers on every floor. Why?
Hey everyone, in today's video I'm in Kobe and I sort of visit the Anpanman Museum. Are you a fan of Anpanman? I felt that the entrance fee was a little pricey for what I would get out of it, and considering there's an Anpanman themed mall and Uncle Jam's bakery outside the museum, I decided to save my money to buy more delicious bread. If you're a sucker for themed snacks like me, you'll have a hard time deciding what to eat because everything was just so cute. After much struggle, I settled on these cute little pieces that were made from different character molds. The texture of these are light and fluffy, and they taste kind of like mini cupcakes but without the frosting. They're so adorable, and you could just keep munching on these. I also got a bigger Anpanman, and this time he was custard filled. I know the original Anpanman has red bean inside him, but I really can't resist Japanese custard. It's so light and just the right amount of sweetness. I wish I could have bought a whole box back home of these because these were so good. If you have kids or nieces and nephews that adore Anpanman, this would be the place to dress them in the spiffiest of clothes. There was so much to choose from, but heads up, the prices aren't cheap, so be prepared to bring a fat wallet if you're going to buy lots. After all that shopping, I finally got to my main attraction, Uncle Jam's Bakery. So if you have no idea who Anpanman is, he is basically a hero whose head is, well, a bread. Created by Uncle Jam when a shooting star landed in his oven while he was baking, Anpanman is a symbol of justice and is very popular amongst children in Japan. What's great is Anpanman's friends are different bread too, such as melon panna, cream panda, curry panman, and so on. Don't be afraid of eating Anpanman's head if you're starving, because Uncle Jam can just bake him a new one. Once again, the toughest part was deciding which character I wanted to eat. Dun 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 dun! Me and my friend ended up buying 4 to share, and we obviously couldn't finish it in one sitting, so some of it was delicious breakfast for us the next morning. This dark looking one is blueberry jam, the one next to it is obviously red bean, cause Anpanman. Then there is the cream cheese, and then the last but not least on the right side there is the chocolate and custard cream. The buns were average $3 to $4 Canadian, but if you ask me, they were totally worth it because they actually look very similar, if not exactly the same as the characters, and they were all very, very yummy. For those young at heart, Anpanman Museum and Mall is a good place to spend a couple of hours. My personal opinion, including admission, shopping, and eating, you'll probably end up spending more money than you anticipated. It's really up to you whether you think it's worth the money. I certainly was not disappointed by the Anpanman Bakery. If you're a fan and you're in Kobe, I hope you get to check this place out. I'll be putting a link for the attractions in English in the description box below. If you've been, I hope you can leave something in the comments letting me know what you think. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and join me on my next adventure. See you next video. Bye!